if you want to be in the swing life or whatever, you want to do that and just, go out. Don't convince yourself that you're in like some sort of relationship that like you're not. You're in a sexual arrangement, and that's, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. Like, there are people in the fetish life who do stuff like this, obviously swingers and stuff like that. There's a level of trust involved in all of that. Again, it's not a lifestyle for me. It's a lifestyle for other people, whatever they want to. I don't really care what people want to do. Again, I actually don't really care what Jack's doing here. I don't care about it. It's just hilarious that he's built this persona when he went, oh, money?
That's some money. Yep.
Money is this way? Oh, okay. I can talk this language. I can do this. Yeah. So this is that behavior, y'all. Again, for everybody, Jack has said that he has changed. He has pulled the 180. It's 180 from what I do now. It's 180.
Yeah.
2015, it's the exact same behaviors. If it's the same behaviors, it's the same person putting on that mask, because it's the behavior, not the words, that show you who they are.
Trying to be cool and like, oh yeah, whatever, everything's cool, bro.
And he's mask on 100% of the time. People get really good with the mask. As you know, like, there are people who live their whole lives on a mask, right?
True, that's true.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time before it comes out that, oh yeah, all that family, love, and God stuff, that's the chameleon. Hashtag back on the market, ladies. Hashtag I do butt stuff. Oh no. So that's the article. We do have to read the comments to the article.
Of course.
Mainly is only the ones that he responds to.
Of course.
Where people are like, bro, you gay.
You gay, fam.
All right, so we can only infer what this comment said, but we're going to read the Jack Murphy responses, because I think people may misunderstand what Jack was saying.
Clearly, this is all a big misunderstanding.
He says, thanks for sharing. Perhaps you should take a look inside yourself. That's what the speculum's for. And ask why you feel that way. My masculine cred is well established, though perhaps not online.
This fucking dude.
I've already had sex with every single kind of woman I could have even had a passing interest in. I'm almost 40, 18-year-old girls, 25-year-olds, college kids, foreign and local, tall and short, all of them. After a while, novelty gets old. Just got back from the gym, and I'm at home now while girlfriend is cooking breakfast, taking care of me and my kids. Being scared of being actually cuckolded makes a lot of sense. I don't want to divert my resources to anyone else's kids, but I've already got multiple kids by multiple mothers. I ain't worried about none of that anymore. So this guy, someone else responds, who knows, says, you live out your nightmares in a semi-controlled environment. That's at the root of cuckolds. You're a literal cuckold. You can rationalize it how you want, but you're nothing short of pathetic for having this happen. If you love someone, you feel jealous when they cheat on you. It takes a lot of mental exercise to convince yourself otherwise. You're pathetic and trying to tell the world how you're really not. And it's really nothing like you think, and you're actually very red-pilled, i.e. some degenerate playing along with feminists, and you're not submissive at all. Does nothing but show your insecurity. Your girlfriend cheated, you tried to rationalize it and being empowered, and she doesn't give a shit. And then the most devastating line of that entire comment, Drexel, just says, cuck. With a period at the end. Damn. Another troll post I'll engage and block to make a point.
Is this dude serious?
I'm going to block you. Dude, when he started blocking everybody on Twitter, because he was blocking everybody. When this first started happening. Did you see the clip on Timcast? Or on...
when he went off on Sydney Watson?
Yeah, did you see that clip yet?
Yeah, I saw that clip.
Someone sent it to you?
Yeah.
So, like, right after that, right? People are like, whoa, bro, like, what the hell are you doing? And then he's like, block, protects his tweets, starts limiting who can respond to his tweets to only people who like he approves or whatever. And
this is all feminine behavior. Go on.
He says, no, I have a duty to my followers to protect them from needless troll comments. So this is the true alpha way to handle it, is that protecting his tweets. He was being dominant and being alpha in that situation because he had an obligation to protect his fragile Twitter followers from the negative Nancys of the world. So this is that behavior, y'all. Again, for everybody, Jack has said that he has changed. He has pulled the 180. It's 180 from what I do now. It's 180.
Yeah.
2015, it's the exact same behaviors. If it's the same behaviors, it's the same person putting on that mask. Because it's the behavior, not the words that show you who they are.
Well, do you know what's disturbing, though?
Look, this is coming from a consummate grifter.
Yeah, I know.
I tell people, you can subscribe to my locals or whatever. It's not $99 a month. Maybe it should be. But and you get some jokes from time to time. You get a little laugh. You get a cooking video. I'm not going to tell you how to be a man.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to sell you on alphaness. First of all, I don't really do that anyway. But second of all, I would not presume to do so. Guys, I've just been out there so long. I'm almost 40 now. And I've had so much sex in my life that I just need to watch other men do it instead. That's how I'll get my fulfillment, because I've done it. And I'm just tired of feeling good, tired of the endorphin release. And it's just better when you watch someone else get their rocks off, because that's the alpha way to go, is to watch it happen to someone else and be happy for them.
This is what kills me. You listen to this dude and you gave him money, and like after like a week, you weren't like, wait a minute. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you have been like, wait a minute?
Yeah, no.
What up, Jeremy?
Shout out to the quartering. Thanks, brother. I like your return tweet there. It's very very wholesome. Very wholesome. Premium Apex residue. Another troll post I'll engage and block to make a point. Yes, jealousy. Yes, danger. Yes, excitement. Yes, controlled environments. Nothing happened to me. I made it all happen myself. And you're right, I'm not submissive at all. Real quick, I have to address something. Some people are saying these are from 3 months ago, these comments. They're actually not from 3 months ago. They're from 3 months from when the archive snapshot was taken. This archive was taken January 2016. So these are from October of 2015. So when he wrote the article, that's when the comments came in. He deleted this article pretty quickly after only a couple months. That's why you see all of the comments are from 3 months ago. What happened? Everybody's calling him a cuck.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you're a fucking cuck.
You're a cuck, bro.
You are a cuck.
Here's the thing.
What are you, gay? Oh, and the whole, she comes home to me because I'm wonderful. Like, look, if you want to be in the swing life or whatever, you want to do that and just, go out. Don't convince yourself that you're in like some sort of relationship that like you're not. You're in a sexual arrangement, and that's, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. It
won't last. That needs to get said. It won't. Okay, if you're in that world, it won't last. Here's the thing: there are people who stay together, right?
Yeah.
They're together on paper, not together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
don't talk about Will Smith that way. Will and Jada are fine. The relationship is good. That's why all their dirty laundry is airing out constantly, because everything's okay.
Everything's okay. I want that Will and Jada love. Yeah. Bruh.
So this guy quotes him. My masculine cred is well established, though perhaps not online. I've already had sex with every single kind of woman I could ever have even a passing interest in. I'm almost 40, 18-year-old girls, 25-year-old college kids. All you are bragging about is moral degeneracy. Congrats. Jack says, don't worry, there will be other posts where you can gain more insights into my professional, family, and moral life. This is a post about dude. This guy is going to sell you morality in the context of of sending his significant other to random dudes from Twitter. Like, dude, he's picking up dudes from Craigslist.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Randos.
What the fuck are you doing?
Randos from Craigslist. Could have gotten an STD that he couldn't cure. She couldn't cure.
Look at me. I'm the AIDS now.
Bruh. I'm questioning life choices now, right? Like, you know, when you read something, you're like, wait, huh? Like,
yeah.
When's the last time someone told you something that was so far out of like out of acceptability? You were like, what?
Like, yeah, there are people in the fetish life who do stuff like this. Obviously, swingers and stuff like that. There's a level of trust involved in all of that. Again, it's not a lifestyle for me. It's a lifestyle for other people. Whatever they want to. I don't really care what people want to do. Again, I actually don't really care what Jack's doing here. I don't care about it. It's just hilarious that he's built this persona when he went, oh, money?
Spend some money. Yep.
Money is this way? Oh, okay. I can talk this language. I can do this. Yeah.
Who gave him... Look, this is my same issue I have for these dudes out here that sign up for Amaranth's OnlyFans and all that, right? At the end of the day, Nick, what we're starting to witness in society, something I've talked about with these single mother-led households, dudes have a lower testosterone now than their 90-year-old grandfathers, right? Do you remember what I told you, Nick, a long time ago? Do you remember you said you were going to have a cuckold come on the show, right? And you never wanted to show, right?
Never showed up.
Now, who has no problem showing up on any show?
The bull. The bull never minds.
The bull's like this. I was over there smashing hoes. Like, what do you want me to say? He was holding her hand going, hey, yeah, honey, you're doing great.
What do you say?
Sperm. Dude, if you've seen this, if you lived a life and you've seen this shit, Nick, I saw all this in real time, man.
Money.
Like, wait a minute. Here's what kills me. Did you give him money before or after you found out that he was in a gay forum pegging himself and doing other things?
That's the amazing thing, right? He seems to lift that out of everything.
Yeah.
He left that out. That was 6 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
That was 1 month ago. That was last week.
It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time before it comes out that, oh yeah, all that family, love, and God stuff, that's the chameleon.
Hold on. Now, Nick, I remember being on your show and I explained to some guys out there, I said, look, man, these people are frauds. And remember what people said, Nick? Drex is making this up. I don't know where he can say this stuff. And who got exposed, Nick? Left and right? Is that Jerry Falwell Jr.? Is he peeping around a corner, Nick? Super conservative Jerry. This is Jerry Falwell Jr. What was he doing?
I brought up this exact comparison the other day.
Did you?
Because it was like, it was just talking about the hoodwink, right? Like, oh, he's super conservative. This guy's telling you how to be a man. And it's like, back in 2015, you wrote an article about having your wife get railed by some other man. That was the peak, so you could write more blog posts.
Yep.
So remember, I'm writing. Blog posts.
He's writing blogs about his shit getting smashed. Let's not forget this dude, this path that he wants to send you on, right? You think about some of the actions within this, right? Not only are you getting randos and stuff like that, and you're doing all these kind of, deviant sexual acts, right? If you subscribe to this, think about what you're supporting, really, Nick. You're basically supporting this is the equivalent of going to a prosperity pimp, right? These fake ass preachers who sit there and give me your W-2.
Matt from Tinder. The true alpha champ. There's nothing wrong with cucks as long as you're not the guy getting cucked.
Nick, who didn't know it? What vibe did you get, right? The first time you heard this dude, what was the first vibe you got? Before you saw him, you saw just the way he presented himself, the way he talked, and you're like...
The only time I ever saw him speak before he blew up at Sydney Watson, right? The only time I ever saw him speak was on Timcast, and it was this particular argument, And I was with it. I was with what he was saying, because what he was saying was this. He disagreed with vaccine mandates for himself, but he had kids in sports, high-level performers who've been working their whole lives to get into college sports, and they're going to be forced to be vaccinated. Tim says, don't do it. And he's like, I would love to, but basically, I've got this divorce. I've got this court order that says I have to work things out. And so it's not so simple for me to say, no, you can't, you kids can't be vaccinated, because they're not going to be able to fulfill their dreams. So I'm like, you know what? That's a nuanced approach. That's a dad who's having to deal with some really tough shit. He doesn't like this, but he's saying, you know what? I have to work within this. And as a lawyer, I'm thinking, you know, if this guy refuses that vaccine for the kids based on his political ideology, but so I'm like, as a lawyer, I'm like, okay, so what happens is he refuses the jab for the kids based on ideology. Ex-wife goes to the court, gets a court order for the kids to have the jab, and he might have an impact to his custody arrangement. So I'm like, okay, I get this. I get this perspective, right? Like I'm sympathetic. And so that the first time I heard him talk, that's what I heard. And I'm like, okay, that's when I reached out and I said, hey man, I think you got a real nuanced approach to this. I think Timpool's a little bit off the mark because he doesn't have kids, doesn't understand some of the sacrifices you have to make. And I'd love to have you on the show. And he said, yeah, he'd come on. Drex, he agreed to come on the show, but then he didn't come on the show.
Oh, so why didn't
he? Shockingly, the first DM I got back from him, because I followed up in DMs, and then I tagged him and I said, hey man, I DM'd you, just let me know. He never responded until that fateful flashcast when this article got brought up, and I had some comments on it and made a couple tweets. And he's like, oh, that was 6 years ago. Why don't talk about this stuff? You know, I'm doing good work. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know literally anything about you. I've never even heard of you. I had to ask people who Jack Murphy was. And a lot of people gave me good feedback, which is why I was like,
wait, what?
Well, because he was talking the talk.
All you had to do was bring him to me.
But I've never
look.
I didn't investigate. I hear a bunch of people say, oh, this guy's cool stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, if this guy's cool, then, you know, I'll invite him on the show. I'll invite just about anybody, right?
I don't invite cucks.
Well, I didn't know he was a cuck.
you didn't get rainbow vibes? The moment he talked, I was like, this dude.
30-second clip, that's all.
That was all I needed.
I know that's all you needed, because your gaydar's on point. And I got it.
Nick, there's no way. There's no way. People are like, oh, he's a solid guy. Like, bro, are you serious? The outburst that he had at Sydney Watson. Like,
see, that was so out of character. That's what threw everybody off. Because he's been an effective chameleon.
Okay.
Ever since he smelled the green.
So how long has this like charade been going on? Since 2015?
No, clearly. Well, 2019, he was still doing the Chatterbait videos. Wasn't making any money. But it's in the past year and a half, 2 years maybe. 2020, I would assume.
Oh, no, pause.
But
you're a grown ass man doing Chatterbait video. What does that say about you?
With my girl.
This dude is bitch made.
But here's what I think would happen, right? It hits.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of guys are depressed, stuck inside. They don't know what to do. This guy's out there saying the right things. He's got the mask on. Not the mask. He's got the other mask on.
Yep.
The manosphere mask.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of dudes out there looking for direction, because they again, this is hearsay on my part, but from people in the Liminal Order who have reached out to me, I have heard that there are a lot of dudes who are dealing with recent divorces.
Mm-hmm.
They're lost. They don't know what to do. Their whole lives have been shattered and torn around them. And you know, I mean, not the divorce system specifically, but you know how family courts can wreck a dude, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially if they're married, yeah.
So you got a bunch of lost dudes in 2020 when they can't go anywhere, they can't repair, they can't rebuild, they can't even go to the gym.
Yeah.
So what do? They find someone who's talking about how to improve as a man. His book was published in 2018, the chat summary. His book was Democrat to Deplorable. He rode the Trump train. He was a regular guest on Timpool. So he said he latched on to Cernovich, right? Gorilla mindset. Black pill motherfucker. He latched on to Cernovich.
Who is believing this? Come on, man. I want to look. I want to believe people are better than this, right? Like I'm not lying. I really.
And by the way, guys, I'm not blaming Tim Pool or anything like that. I mean, Tim invites him on the show, whatever. Tim invites a lot. Look, Tim has had a real asshole on his show, so you know, like I
Hold on. Now, when he invited him on the show, what was the context of that show?
I have no idea.
Like, I'm inviting this guy named Jack Murphy who teaches people how to be a man. Come on.
A guy who wrote a book called Democrat to Deplorable in 2018. That's right up Tim's alley, right?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, so he starts having him on the show. And again, the guy's talking, he's speaking the words. Let's talk some psychology here. Mask on, Jack Murphy. Mm-hmm. Suddenly he gets confronted by this cuck article. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of people, someone emailed me and said the quartering clipped it wrong. The quartering didn't clip it wrong. Everybody clipped out just the outburst. They didn't clip out the first question. The first question actually is irrelevant. Like when you really get his bitch-made behavior in the second question, the repeated question, is still bitch-made behavior, even in context of the first. I know he tried to explain it away on Timcast. That explanation falls really hollow with the Sydney Watson video that she put out. Her response, which shows all of the clips. But he gets asked the first time, right? By a super chat on the You're Here Now, or no, You Are Here. The You Are Here podcast, Elijah Schaffer and Sydney Watson. By the way, Elijah and Sydney, hey, what's up, guys? If you're watching, peace. Shout out to them. So they have him on. Sydney reads a super chat. And it says, care to explain the cuckold article? And he says, no, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about it. Just know that anybody who thinks about that article, it's 180 degrees from what I'm saying now. And that's it. So, okay, fine. That's his answer. Mm-hmm. People can take that for what it is. A few minutes later, 5-10 minutes later, another super chat comes in. And they're like me. They read all of them.
Yep.
Right? So Sydney Watson reads the super chat again. Says, can you please explain the cuckold article you wrote? And that's when he has his outburst. So you've got mask on Jack Murphy.
Yep. Trying to be cool and like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. Everything's cool, bro.
And he's mask on 100% of the time. People get really good with the mask. As you know, like there are people who live their whole lives on a mask, right?
True. That's true.
This guy, I don't think anybody even checked Chatterbait for this guy. And remember, his book comes out in 2018. In 2019, he's got his wife licking his dirty taco. But that's the thing. No one did the background check. All this stuff was there. Someone found it. He's like, they're digging through my trash. That's what he said.
Are you serious?
They're digging through my trash, trying to do this. It's like, it was all there. But
that's on you.
No one checked. Because, look, it was, and I'll blame conservatives on this a little bit, a lot of it. It was Trump time, baby. 2018 is peak Trump energy. Everybody's on the train. It's like, oh, the right is rising up or whatever other gay theory that was going on. So everybody was given this platform, right? If you said the right words, no one background checked anybody. So I think that's what happened here. Is he was just talking the talk. And the mask was on until Drexel. The super chat came from a guy named Mr. Dickenballs.
Are you serious?
Mr. Dickenballs did the super chat. And that was the thing. Could you please explain the article you wrote on cuckolding? That's when he blows up. So suddenly the mask is off, right? Suddenly, this guy is attacked and cornered. And what does he do? That's when he reverts. That's the clip that you saw.
Yeah,
that's why he sounds so bitch made, because he's reverting back to this.
Yeah. So this is the beauty of all this. There's a large section of people who don't figure this out. This guy was masquerading, right? Mm-hmm. But like you said, that's most people. Most people are you are meeting their representative, right? Like when you meet most people, like that's not them. That's a representative, man.
But again, this is the thing. Like, this is where I fall. I take this out. Let's take this out of the alpha sphere, right? Out of the manosphere.
Yep.
And I'll put it in the spheres of religion. I am not the guy who will go out and be like, here, you should follow the word of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. There are lots of people like that. They can do that all day. Me, like I take it this way, and I think it's the same for the manosphere. Live your life in a way that you would want people to emulate, and then they'll either emulate it or they won't.
The fact that you listen to this dude,
You can join Rekieta Law's Locals for $20 a month. You won't get life or cuckolding advice.